The car stopped in front of a quiet mansion. Big, beautiful, but lonely. Jungkook stepped out, moved around to open the door for Ryan. JK, you can take your time, he said softly. Ryan nodded, slowly pulling herself out of the car. Every movement seemed to sting. Jungkook's fist clenched at his sides, watching her try to mask the pain. He guided her gently, never touching, just close enough in case she stumbled. When they reached his door, he paused and looked at her. Her face was blank, tired, scared, strong, so painfully strong. Take it. You're safe now, he murmured before unlocking the door and opening it for her. She didn't say anything, just slowly walked in and stood in the middle of the living room, her hands clutched in front of her. Take it. You can stay here, as long as you need. No one's going to hurt you here. Ryan, why? He walked over, keeping a respectful distance as he spoke. JK, because someone saved me last night, and I was about to do something stupid, and I figured maybe I could return the favor. Ryan, I didn't mean to text you, she said, almost ashamed. JK, I know, but you still did. That mistake changed everything. A silence fell between them. He looked around, suddenly realizing something. JK, shit. You need a first aid kit. Wait, sit here. He rushed to the bathroom. Wine sat down slowly, her body wincing but her expression calm. Too calm. JK came back. JK, it's not much, but can I? She hesitated before nodding. He kneeled in front of her and began tapping the cuts gently. His hands trembled slightly. He didn't speak, just focused. Silent praise lingered in his moments. Not at her, but at the world. Ryan, you're so quiet. JK, so are you. He replied without looking up. Ryan, I forgot how to be loved. I think I forgot who I am, she whispered, looking away. Jungkook looked up at her eyes, soft but pained. Then maybe we can figure it out together. Her lips trembled for the first time, her eyes glassed over. Not from pain, but from something else, something scarier. Hope. Jungkook wrapped the last bandage and still stood, wiping his hands on the towel. JK, the bedroom's down the hall. It's yours. When? I don't want to be a burden. JK, you're not, but even if you were, I'd still let you stay. She looked at him then, really looked at him. And for the first time in what felt like forever, she felt safe. And he, for the first time in 5 years, didn't feel alone. Jungkook guided her to the master bedroom, deciding to settle himself in the guest room. She thanked him before taking a shower. The warm bed, tall, protected room, no screams of her parents or abuse awaiting her. She felt safe. After a while, stomach growling, she padded out of the room. The house still silent. She followed the sound of water, noticing it came from behind a door slightly ajar from the hall. Wine, Jungkook, she called softly. I was wondering if you had something to eat. No answer. She frowned. The shower had been running for a long time now. Worried, she gently pushed the door open, and what she saw made her breath hitch. JK sat fully clothed into the running shower, water cascading over him as if he couldn't feel it. His knees were pulled up, and hands were trembling. His eyes were far away, locked in a place only he could see. Wine, Jungkook? She called again, but no reaction. It pained her. She stepped inside quietly, settling down beside him. The clothes getting soaked, but she said nothing. A silent comply, she thought, might help him. She placed her hand on his as a silent sport that he wasn't alone. She was there with him. Minutes passed, maybe longer, before he whispered, JK, they were laughing just a second before it all ended. My friends, they were everything. Then, one moment, they were everywhere. Pieces of them. Screams, smoke, and I walked away without a scratch. Why? His voice cracked. JK, I don't know why I lived with that message last night. I was going to jump. I was going to end it and go meet them. But then I read your words. And it felt like maybe someone else in this world was as broken as me. And maybe I could still do something for you, for myself. I don't know. Her fingers, wet and cold, slid over his trembling hand before she slowly wrapped her arms around him, bringing his head to her chest. Warren, you did something. You saved me. Jungkook let out a shaky breath. The shower kept running, but in the small, water-soaked corner of the world, two broken people sat by side, saying nothing more, because for now, silence was the comfort they both needed. And maybe, just maybe, that was enough. Jungkook kept his hands to himself, but the warmth that seeped inside of him felt foreign, but gave him something dangerous in return: hope. Hope for the future. Once they stepped out of the washroom and dried themselves, Jungkook made them food. They ate while he thanked her for earlier, slowly making bits and pieces of conversations. Mine didn't open up yet, and he didn't put her in any hurry either. Later on, they went to their rooms, and for the first time, she slept peacefully without her ears ringing from all the yelling or fear of getting another beat up. And he slept warmly because his friends didn't visit him tonight. Days passed slowly, like the world had hit pause just for them to breathe. One woke up each morning a little less afraid, and Jungkook returned home each evening a little less hollow. She started by rearranging the bookshelf in the living room just because she didn't like how uneven it looked. Then one afternoon, she asked him where the storage boxes were. Jungkook blinked, surprised, but led her to the garage. The next day, she was cleaning the guest room and moving plants to spots where the sunlight hit better. Then she asked if she could try cooking. The kitchen smelled like burnt rice that first time, and her scrambled eggs looked more like rubber. Jungkook ate them without flinching. Fine, you're going to die, she warned, with a rare smile. Take it, then I'll happily die. He smirked. She cringed. And just like that, the house didn't feel so lonely anymore. We began returning home with things he thought she'd like. Tiny fairy lights for her room, a new set of pants, even a fluffy white rug. When she curled up on it like a cat the first time, he laughed, really laughed, and she stared at him in awe like it was the most beautiful sound in the world. One evening, after setting the table for dinner, she finally spoke. Wine. It started with my dad. The abuse, then my mom, then everyone else. She didn't cry, she just said it straight, like she was telling new recipe she learned. Chicky didn't interrupt, didn't ask questions. Wine. When you let me stay, I was waiting for the punishment. I thought no one does things without a price. But then he didn't ask anything, not even once. JK, because I know what it's like to disappear. Wine. He didn't let me. They both sat in silence after that, the kind of silence that wasn't heavy anymore, just peaceful. Eventually, the walls of the mansion began to feel like a home. They bought new curtains together. Argued over whether the couch should face the fireplace or the window. She could better. He laughed more. She wore warm socks in the kitchen and danced, while stirring soup. He sat on the kitchen island watching her, pretending to check work emails. They didn't say I love you, but sometimes she'd rest her head on his shoulder while watching TV, and sometimes he'd brush her hair away from her face when she fell asleep on the couch. Love wasn't loud with them, it was quiet, gentle, healing. Two broken people who had every reason to give up, slowly finding reasons not to, together.